Hello everyone and a very warm welcome for the third and the final game of the day of Khelbei Bangladesh presents Last Man Stands Dhaka League powered by Prive Men and sponsored by Fine Drinking Water. It's between Laila Cricket Club and BMC Victorians. After winning the flip of the coin, the skipper of Laila Cricket Club, Abdul Qadir Zilani Shipon, has decided to bat first in this hot and humid condition. And the pitch is still fresh, very much conducive for the batters. So of course it's a wise decision to bat on. They're coming back for the second. This is very good running between the wickets. The quick throw was in, but the batters were swift enough to cross over the 22 yards. But interestingly, no Amanul Laman in the opening for Laila Sisi. That's a bit strange because he has been the aggressor for Laila Sisi for a long period of time, has played belligerently in the previous game as well. Edged away. Will just be a single. The fielder from deep third will be in action. So it's 5 for none, Laila Sisi. Right, so welcome back everyone. I'm extremely sorry for the technical glitches that we are having due to the extreme hot conditions here at PKSP. It's 12 for none, Laila Cricket Club. That's delicately driven away towards deep cover. So it's a completely new opening tandem for Laila Sisi. No Amanul Laman, who played magnificently in the previous game. Rather, Abdul Qadir Zilani Shipon, the skipper of the side, who opens with the ball in hand, now opening with a bat in hand as well. That's very interesting. And it looks really good, the way he is batting right from the word go. Just playing classical shots all around the park, middling the ball well. The timing is also decent. And they have got decent enough run as well in the scoreboard. A little edgy, and in the gap as well. A boundary to finish the second over after 2. It's 18 for none, Laila Cricket Club. Outside edge, that one runs down to the third man. Will be cut off. It's Raihan Kobir Mitu. Slow medium pace bowler. Another very experienced campaigner in terms of LMS cricket. Has played a lot of games. That's pumped away. Will be another single. So what Shipon is trying to do as much as possible to take the single, rotate the scoreboard and give the strike back to Imran Hussain. And Imran also accompanied Aman in the previous match very nicely. He just held the innings from one end and Aman just was absolutely explosive from the other. So that was absolutely a very much well compiled partnership between Aman and Imran, and this is what Shipon is just trying to do in this game, that he is just trying to play the role of Imran, what he did in the previous one. Once again, just look at that, no hurry, no rush, just timing it, just pushing and nudging and taking over the scoreboard as much as possible. Took a few steps forward and pushed the ball towards deep point. So 3 gone. After 3, it's 24 for none, Laila Cricket Club. Right, so it's Hossein Zaid who beats him all ends up to start the proceedings in this game. First changing bowling for BMC Victorians. As I was speaking of, after winning the flip of the coin, Abdul Qadir Zilani Shipon has decided to bat first, and that is a very much rational call under this hot and humid condition. It's better to bat first because due to this heat, of course the fielders of BMC Victorians, they will be extremely exhausted, and it will be difficult for them as well to bat in the fourth innings of the day. That's gone down the leg, and the skipper the umpire Shafat Amin extends his arms to signal this one as a wide. A tall fast bowler has a good height and good figure. His action is very much similar to Mashrafi bin Murtaza. That's a good looking shot, but will not be more than a couple. Shipon seems to be in a very good touch, timing the ball very well. Moves on to 11 from 9 deliveries. That was flat batted, nicely stopped by the bowler himself. And this is what you love to see as a skipper, that your players are giving their 100% in a very much hostile circumstance, when it's very much difficult to bowl as well as to field 20 overs. That's gone up in the air but should be safe. The fielder from long off took a few steps. Eventually he knew it that he's not gonna get into that one, and with that single the fourth over is also completed. After 4 it's 29 for none. So Raihan Kabir Mitu continues, charges down the ground, but straight to the fielder once again. That this has been a problem in terms of Abdul Qadir Zilani Shipon, that he hasn't been able to find the gap for piercing the offside field. He had plenty of other options. That was short, pulled away, and that's gone to the boundary. Absolutely a freebie from Raihan Kabir Mitu. It was short and not also a pacey delivery, so he got ample time to rock back and thump it away for 4 runs. Imran Hossein is a very class cricketer, and he knows what to be done in which situation, and he's just demonstrating that anything short and wide, of course he's gonna climb into those. Right, so that's a good comeback by Raihan Kabir Mitu. Absolutely staying on a particular channel, not allowing the batter to free his arms and play big hoiks. That's worked away once again, and that single will finish another over. 35 on the board without losing a single wicket. Laila Cricket Club after 5. Well, I beg your pardon, that wasn't the last delivery. Here comes the last delivery of the 5th over. Outside edge. A simple dot delivery. So the score and the wicket remains the same. It's 35 for none, Laila CC. That is a lovely shot, but there is a fielder straight into the throat. And that brings the end of a very good looking innings of Imran Hussain. That was on the pads and he nicely clipped that one away, but the main problem was he found the fielder in the edge of the rope, and that removes Imran Hussain from the equation. The first one falls down for Laila CC. It's 35 for 1 after 5.1. So it's Shaun Puya who replaces Imran Hussain in the middle. Another very classical batter. He knows how to face these debacles, and he's absolutely the right guy in this circumstance for Laila CC. Absolutely squared him up. This is good bowling from Hussain Zaid. Shaun was just looking to work it away into the onside, but ended up edging it. Nevertheless, he gets off the mark in the very first ball he faces. It's 38 for 1. Laila Cricket Club. They have had a decent start, and they must need to continue that one. It's Khelbei Bangladesh presents Last Man Stands Dhaka League, powered by Prive Pen and sponsored by Fine Drinking Water. This is Ali from the comm box, along with Robi Muslim Robi and Akib Amin. They'll be joining in a very short succession. And the game is also taking place at Pubergao Krida Shikha Pratishthan PKSP. So a single to complete the 6th over. Are they coming back for the second? No, they ain't. So after 6, it's 38 for 1, and this is the time to have a change in the comm box. Akib Amin will be replacing me and will take you to the 14th over.
It was a really good start by Laila Cricket Club, especially in the first 3 overs. But in the last 3 or so overs, BMC Victorians have kind of pulled it back with a wicket, and the run rate hasn't gotten out of hand. They're just going over 6 runs per over. As we see, Rahan Kabir is coming up to bowl. He's giving no pace to the batsman, hence he's not able to time any shots. There's no power in his shots at the moment. Can't find his timing. Once again, it's flat batted straight down the ground for a single to the long off fielder. Because both mid-off and mid-on are so wide, so they've decided that they're not going to pitch the ball up. It's another shot down the ground towards mid-on, again for another single. So at the moment, the bowlers are planning to bowl back of a length and trying to get the batsman to hit square on the square of the wicket. Again, it's tucked away on the leg side for a single, as the fine leg fielder charges to the ball to restrict it for just one, and that concludes the over number 7, and Laila Cricket Club are 41 for 1. Sajib Islam is the new bowler. His first over was a bit expensive, wielded 11 runs. So can he pull it back this time around? Again, it's a really classical shot down the ground. A really good looking on drive for a boundary. There was hardly any power behind that shot. It was all timing. And the timing was so good that it beat both the long off and the long on fielder, which were a bit wide at the moment. Sorry for the technical glitches we had for the last 5 or 4 minutes, and during this time Laila Cricket Club had lost a wicket, and the dismissed batsman was called Abdul Qadir Jilani. It was a really good delivery to dismiss him. The wickets are being adjusted at the moment. The new batter is Wali Chaudhary, who's at the non-striker's end. Shaun Bhuyan is the one taking guard. And it was a length ball which is tucked away on the leg side for a single once again. So things are moving on very quietly at the moment. The first 3-4 overs were very explosive, but at the moment the bowling side is dragging things back. Wali Chaudhary, the new batter, is now taking guard, as we see. Afzarul Afroz, the left arm spinner, is bowling quite well at the moment. He's angling those deliveries in, not giving the batsman any room whatsoever, not looking to get any turn. Not looking to get any turn. Cramping the batsman for room. Once again, it's a similar delivery. Shaun Bhuyan only manages to nudge it down the ground for a single. Too long on. Sorry, beg your pardon. It's not a single. The batsman had enough time to come back for a couple, because fielders are deep in the boundary, so they had to make a lot of ground, and it was played with soft hands, so he had ample opportunity to get back for 2. Afzarul Afroz prepares for the next delivery once again. Again, it's just another tuck away through the cover region for another couple of runs. It was towards the right of the cover fielder. He had to make ground, and once again gave enough opportunity for Shaun Bhuyan to get a couple of runs. So they got 6 runs of 4 deliveries without any effort in this over, without any power shots, without breaking a sweat. So this is risk-free cricket at the moment. The signature of a good player is that he can score runs without much effort, without breaking a sweat. Someone who can rotate the strike very well will always maintain a good strike rate, even with low boundary percentages. As we see, the 9th over has concluded, and the score at the moment is 53 for 2. The run rate is below 6, which is not exactly ideal for T20 cricket. Normally expect the batsman to be going at a better rate than this. The game we had in the morning was a low scoring one. Only wielded 115 in the 20 overs bowled. So the way this game is going, we might see another low scoring affair. After a few overs of spin, we finally coming back with medium pace. Sajib Islam is the new bowler. Oh, and again, it's picked up on the leg side. The deep mid-wicket fielder has to cover ground. And that will give enough time for the batsman to cross over for a couple of runs. It was a nicely picked up shot, but it wasn't timed all that well, so it did not reach the boundary. But you can see the batsmen are now looking to put the foot on the accelerator. Again, that's gently guided away to third man, and it wheels only one run. So the bowlers have decided that they're not going to look to pitch it up because both the long off and the long on fielders are very wide. So if the batsman gets any opportunity to hit down the ground, that's going to wheel them an easy boundary. So everything at the moment is back of a length because there are protection on square of the field on both sides of the field. The bowler pulls out of his action. It can be very frustrating in this heat to have to go back and bowl again. Once again, it's tucked away on the offside, and the fielders are very deep, so the bowler has to field of his own bowling. Again, it's hit down the ground towards the long off fielder, and they'll cross over for a run. That was very well fielded by the long off fielder. Once again, it's pushed away on the offside for another couple of runs as the fielders have to make ground. They have to run at least 10-15 yards to their left. Hence, the batsman gets enough time to rotate, strike for a couple of runs. And that's the halfway point of the innings. Laila Cricket Club at the moment are 60 for 2, and with this current run rate, will get 120 in their first innings. Obviously, they would be looking to put the foot on the accelerator and get much more than that, because 120 is not enough, to be honest. The game we had in the morning had 115 runs in the first innings, which was chased down. It was a close game, but it was chased down by the team batting second. So obviously, Laila Cricket Club will be looking to at least get 140 or 150 in their first innings, which requires at least 8 or 9 runs per over from here, which is not a very difficult ask. It's just that one of these two batsmen have to get going. The first ball is again driven towards cover for a single. After all, the left arm spinner is still continuing. He's bowling over the wicket and trying to use that angle to cramp the batsman. It's not giving them any room to free their arms. Everything is pushed on the pads. Once again, it's bowled on the pads and it's tucked away on the leg side for a single by Wali Chaudhary. He moves to 5 of 4 deliveries. Batting with a very open stance is Shaun Bhuyan. He's looking to open up that leg side, and again he pulls it away and finds the gap, and finally there's another boundary. Had to wait quite a while for this boundary, but finally Shaun Bhuyan, the batter, has managed to find the gap and gets another boundary, and the score moves to 66 for 2 after 10.3. It's a full toss, just driven to cover once again for another single. Should have made better use of that. It was a full toss, and the batter Shaun Bhuiyan wasn't able to take full toe. It would be disappointed because at the moment he's quite set. Should be putting away those bad deliveries. Again, it's guided around a short cover position, and the bowler feels of his own bowling. Mamunur Rashid is the new bowler, so again we're going back to medium pace after a few overs of spin. First delivery again is tucked away on the leg side for an easy single. Because the batting team is not really taking any chances, they're playing with soft hands. Maybe BMC Victorians could look to bring one of those deep fielders close by to stop those quick singles. Oh, it's down the leg side. Is it a wide, or did it brush the pads? I think it brushed the pads. Oh, it's been signaled runs, so it's off the bat. So Wali Chaudhary moves to 10 of 6 deliveries. Yeah, it was a loose delivery down the leg side, and all the batsman needed to do is get some part of the bat, and it flew to the boundary. Mamunur Rashid again, coming for his third delivery of the over. Again, it was pitched up, but I think the batsman was waiting on the back foot, hence he couldn't get under it. I think this is the point of the innings where they have to really look to press hard from now on, because the run rate is still just over 6, which is not ideal at the moment. Again, it's played with soft hands on the offside for another run. I think BMC Victorians could look to bring one or two fielders close to the batsman to maybe stop those close singles, because at the moment the batsmen are not really looking to take charge, which is a bit odd because 12 overs have already been completed, and if you want to get to 150, 160, someone has to put the foot down. Again, it's gently played on the offside for another single. And that concludes over number 12, and the score moves to 76 for 2. The left arm spinner Afsarul Afroz continues. And it's hit towards the long off fielder. Does not carry to him, so it only wheels one run. It was a check drive. If he had gone full swing at it, maybe it could have carried to that fielder. But in the end, it results only in a single. It's guided down to third man. And the third man fielder is a bit wide, so he had to cover ground. So that gives... Oh, I think the batter missed out. They should have got a couple of runs there. I guess the heat is getting to both of them. It's becoming difficult to run those quick twos. They have to preserve their energy. Oh, it's hit hard down the ground once again. Goes to the long on fielder for a single. Not able to find the gap. We're not seeing many aerial shots. Everything at the moment is along the ground. Once again, it's the same shot and goes to that same fielder, and also a similar result. Afsarul Afroz, he's not flighting the ball, he's actually bowling very flat. He's not giving any pace to get under. Again, it's very flat, hitting the stumps, and the batsman tucks away. Will they get two? No. They decide that one is enough for the moment. And that concludes over number 13. The score is 80 for 2. Mamun Rashid is coming up for his second over. Again, everything is back of a length. It's nothing for the batsman to get under. Wali Chaudhary is now on strike. He's batting on 14 of 11 deliveries, striking above 100. So is Shaun Bhuyan. And that's bowled him. It was back of a length. The batsman went for a big hoik towards the mid-wicket, but completely missed it. And Wali Chaudhary now has to take the long walk back to the pavilion. Score is 81 for 3. It was really well bowled by Mamun Rashid. He kept on persisting with that back of a length area, and finally is leaping the rewards now. We have just lost a wicket, that of Wali Chaudhary, and the new batter is making his way out to the middle. The first 3 overs, they were actually rollicking along at that point. It looked like that we're going to have a high scoring affair, but at the moment the run rate is not very promising. It's quite similar to the first match that we had in the morning, which had 115 runs in the first innings. So it looks like that we are heading towards a similar total over here. Abdur Rahman is the new batter. He's taking guard. Normally in the middle overs, at that point, where only 6 or 7 overs are remaining, normally you want to send in someone who can strike the ball big. Someone who does not need too many deliveries to get his eye in. Have to get going from ball 1, as he does. Knocks it away on the leg side for a single. Shaun Bhuyan now has to really take charge because he's batting on 30. He's the set batsman out there, so he has to capitalize. He's seen what the pace of the wicket is and how the balls are reacting off the wicket. So he has a good idea about what shots are more suitable for this type of wicket. So he has to take charge and get this innings forward. Again, it's bowled on the pads and it's flicked away on the leg side. And they get 2 runs over here. It's a tight run, but the non-striker makes his ground. Not seeing many boundaries at the moment. It's either just 1s and 2s. Again, it's pitched up. It's driven towards long on, who has to run at least 10 yards to his right to field that delivery, and the score moves to 85 for 3 after 14 overs. Afzarul Afsoos Dinar, who's bowled 3 overs so far for 19 runs, will continue. He has been very tight. He has not given the ball any flight whatsoever. And this is last over. And it's been pitched up, and the batsman goes down the ground over long off, and he clears the boundary with ease. Finally, we're seeing an over boundary. And the score finally moves to 91 for 3 after 14.1. If they want to reach a decent total, they definitely need more over boundaries like these. Everything was back of a length so far from Afzarul Afsoos. He's finally pitched it up, and the batter capitalized. Again, it's pitched up, batter almost yoked himself, and the ball goes down towards mid-on for a single. That's a tight delivery, looking to hit the stumps, and all the batter could look to do is block it back to the bowler. That's short. The batter looks to pull, but doesn't get hold of it. Only wheels him a run to the deep mid-wicket fielder. Again, Afzarul he pitched one up, and which went for 6, and after that he's gone back to his own old formula of looking to dig it into the pitch. Again, it's bowled flat into the pitch, does not give the batsman any room to get under. And that concludes over number 15. We are 94 for 3, Laila Cricket Club.
Thank you very much, Akib Amin. After 15 overs, 94 for 3, Laila Cricket Club. One of the fantastic teams. LMS. Shawan Vuya is a very good cricketer, very good batter. 42 of 31 deliveries. Abdurrahman Johnny is an explosive cricketer who can hit so hard. Very good striker of cricket ball. Plays once again with a soft chance. Pitching in the right places. Just a good length, or just short of good length. Very close to 196 for 3, Laila Sisi. Still 5 wickets in hand. And Abdurrahman Johnny could be the key factor at this stage, because he is a powerful striker. Pull it away. The projection there. They're long on for another single. Taking the pace off, and that was not the pace on delivery.
Right, so that's gone for a boundary. A boundary after a long time for Laila Sisi. That's a big swing and a miss. And with that boundary, the 100 has come up as well for Laila Sisi. It's 100 for 3. And it's Abdur Rahman is just trying to step on the gas and increase this strike, the run rate as much as possible anyways. So that completes the 16th. It's 100 for 3, Laila Sisi. It's Khelbei Bangladesh presents Last Man Stands Dhaka League, powered by Prive men. The third and the final game of the day is taking place here at Pubergao Krida Shikhar Pratishthan Ground 1 between BMC Victorians and Laila Cricket Club. After winning the flip of the coin, the rational call was made by the skipper of Laila Sisi, Abdul Qadir Zilani Shipon, to bat first. Right, so the change of voice once again, Robi Muslim Robi will be joining in.
Thank you very much, Alif, for tremendous support. 2 balls commentary at the moment. Okay, 100 coming up. Laila Sisi, Laila Cricket Club. 100 for 3 after 16 overs. And this is the boundary by signal from the umpire, Shafayat Amin. So Laila Cricket Club. 104 for 3, 16.1 overs. The first delivery, it went for a boundary, no matter off the bat or off the pad. Played with a very strong bottom hand. The ball kept low, way outside off. He got room, but couldn't capitalize that one. Because the protection in the deep position. Had he played a bit later, he could have got a lovely gap between cover and extra cover. This is the wide signal from the umpire, Shafayat Amin. High and I'm sure handsome. Gone all the way for 6. Absolutely brilliant shot over the head of the fielder and extra cover. Very, very well played. Nicely hit. Very strong bottom hand. He has played the ball with excellent shot and the maximum result. Sixer, 112 for 3, Laila CC. It was in the slot outside off, and he has done it so well. Oh, pace on delivery this time. Pace on, and he is off. Very thin edge gone to the wicketkeeper's hands. Abdul Rahman Johnny is a huge relief for the bowlers because he is a very strong batter. 112 for 4, Laila CC. Shaun Via is still batting there. 45 of 35. He's trying to improve the run rate, and definitely that's important at this stage. Abdul Rahman Johnny was exactly doing what the team required, because still 4 wickets in hands, and before his departure 5 wickets in hand, only 3 overs and 2 balls left. So definitely it was good approach, but couldn't do that. Left and right hand combination could be advantageous for the batting side. Let's see how far they can do the work as planned. Placing the bat so well. It was pitched up just outside off. Played very easily with the soft hands and taken the pace off. But the ball he got the wickets, the ball before the last one was excellent. It was pace on, and before that delivery that went for 6. End of the over number 17 of the 17 overs, 113 for 4, Laila Cricket Club. Laila CC is an excellent team comprising some wonderful cricketers, very good all-round cricketers. Oh, it was way outside of. That has been played so well. No sleeping players, no sure third man, no gully, even no one in the shorter position. So it has been quite outstanding to send the ball through that area. Got a boundary. Moving back into the batter. Played well as well. Just a single. Abul Hussain, 6 of 3. Straight up in the air is gonna be taken. Caught and bowled. Yes! Another wicket falls in quick succession. This has been outstanding because Shawan Vuya batting so well. 45 of 36. He has departed. Abdurrahman Johnny gone. And now Shawan Vuya gone. That's Miscued one straight up India and gone higher. But very close eyes on the ball. And the ball are done exceedingly well. Because it's not so easy sometimes. It's so tough, so difficult to hold the catch. Hold that one. And he held it so perfectly. He could read the trajectory of the ball. He could understand and realize the movement. Resting eye to the boundary line. That's been fielded very nicely. In fact, easily. Another single. And the batters are trying their best to move into the crease and also leaning forward, leaning across, coming forward. Players with the very soft hands. Intention was clear. The fielder was at the deep position, and before he is reaching the ball, they could make the score for the second one, but not that. Was happy with the single. 18 overs gone, 120 for 5. Laila Sisi. Mamoon Rashid has taken 2 wickets. Very, very important 2 wickets. 2 for 22. 3 overs he bowled. Already 120 on the board, losing 5 wickets, and definitely it's a decent one. 10 balls to go. Oh, another fantastic delivery. Length delivery outside of a little bit away from the batter. Because he is bowling right arm over the wicket to the left-handed batter, so the natural angle created. Fully beaten by the angle. High in the air, is it going to be taken? No. Well short of the fielder. Initially he was trying to go for that one, but decided against it because it was well short of him, so I should not lose energy, might be he was thinking. And it was really very difficult chance, absolutely difficult chance. Presence of mind is very, very important, because within fractions of seconds you have to change your mentality and mindset. That's moving back into the batter, pitching on off stump, coming back for the second. No, very wisely decided not to go for that one. Abul Hussain was looking for the second one, but very fantastically sent back, very wisely sent back in fact. Tawhidul Islam batting on 2 of 2. Ranabal is getting, and Abul Hussain 8 of 6. He is aggressive batter, but at this stage he's not striking so hard. This one, just one bounce for 4. Magnificently played through the mid-wicket boundary. Oh, very sweetly timed. Not even the sweet part of the bat, the sweetest part of the bat he has played with. And just one bounce for 4. It's a great shot. 1, 2, 6 for 5. 6 balls to go. Full length on leg stump. Played very nicely for a single. End of the over number 19. After 19 overs, 127 for 6. Laila Cricket Club. That's been played so wonderfully. Magnificent shot. Great timing. Fabulous cricket shot. This is a very important over boundary. 2 balls to go. 1, 3, 5 for 5. Again, he was looking for the big one. Not a solid connection. He was expecting not quite get the middle part of the bat. This is another dot ball. The first one was dot. This one also dot. Wow, this is all the way over the top for 6. Maximum is 12. Not even 6, is 12. The home run. If the batter hits the last delivery of the innings for a maximum, that's not 6. That's a huge gift. 12 runs. 147 for 5. Laila Sisi, very close to 150. That was a great shot. Very well played, over the top, magnificent cricket shot. Very well played. This is a great bonus, great bonus. This is the interesting phase or the interesting moment. 147 for 5 after 20 overs. 2 sixes in the last over. So 2 sixes means not 12. 2 sixes means 18. Tawheedul Islam. 20 of 5 deliveries. What a great cameo. Tawheedul Islam. Great innings. At this stage, 20 of 5 deliveries. Just 5 deliveries. Abul Hussain, 15 of 11 deliveries after 20 overs. 147 for 5. Laila CC. They have won the toss and decided to bat first. Now the score looking much better. At one stage, it was a worry, and they were also tense whether they could score 130 plus or not. But now 147 for 5, mainly because of a huge 6 turned into 12. Thank you very much. Stay safe and stay healthy. As soon as the second innings is chance, definitely will come back. Till then, stay with us.
Right, so hello everyone and welcome back with the run chase of the third and the final game of the day of Khelbei Bangladesh presents Last Man Stands Dhaka League, powered by Prive Men and sponsored by Fine Drinking Water. Batting first, Laila CC, they were able to put up a score of 147. So the target for BMC Victorians will be 148. It's Apurva Roy has the new cherry in his hand and he's gonna start the proceedings for Laila CC, just getting his field right. As usual, field setup of elements, 3 on the off, 3 on the on, and he gets underway for the first ball. Well, that one kept very low and that missed the keeper as well. What a start for BMC Victorians. 4 runs through by. Well, Shaun Khandekar, he was also extremely shocked seeing the carry of the ball. That one stayed very low, and if it was on the line, then he would have been castled. Right, so boundary to kick off the innings for BMC Victorians. Of course, they would want more of these. Just gets the toe part of the willow. Does Shaun Khandekar. He picks up a single and gets off the mark with it. So MD Raihan Kubir Mitu has a wealth of experience of playing last man stands cricket, as usually opening up the things for BMC. He is very much aware of the situation, what to be done, while chasing a total of 148 in this pitch. So of course BMC would be expecting that service from their experienced campaigner. That was a good delivery. Some extra bounce on offer for Apurva Roy. A hint of turn as well. This pitch was completely favorable for the spinners, but now it has been renovated and has become a complete flat wicket. Was looking to dab it down towards deep third, but misses. And with that dot, the first over comes to an end. After 1, it's 6 for none. Right, so Abdul Qadir Zilani Shipon is sharing the new cherry with Apurva, another very good spinner, one of the best spinners of Last Man Stands Bangladesh, undoubtedly. Bowls with a very quick pace, doesn't spin the ball much, rather relies on his turners more, armors more. Wrapped on the pads, a half-hearted appeal, but no response from Shafai Amin. 2 officials for this game are Shafai Amin and Omar Farooq Russell. And as they always say, this is a very thankless job. You can't miss a single second of the game being an umpire. And under this extreme heat, it's also a very exhausting job to accomplish. So absolutely hats off to both of these officials. Was looking for a paddle swip. Shaun Khandekar. Right, that's been called as a wide. I reckon that one brushed his pad, but no. And even Abdul Qadir Zilani Shipon is not appealing against that decision. So of course that was a right one. Wrapped on the pad, that looks plumb, and the finger goes up as well from Shafai Amin. He strikes in his very first over, does Abdul Qadir Zilani Ship, and I was praising him that he has been one of the prominent spinners of Last Man Stands Bangladesh, and he has proven himself one more time. He sees the back of Raihan Kabir Mitu. Well, that wasn't Raihan Kabir Mitu, I beg your pardon. That was his partner. But anyways, so the skipper Shipon, he draws the first blood for BMC Victorians. It's 10-1. Right, so it's Rubaiyat Sheikh, the new batter, strides out in the middle. Of course, he has to take the responsibility of reconstructing the innings after losing the first wicket. BMC Victorians is, of course, under the cosh. Beautiful bowling, this is from Shipon. A hint of spinning away, and once again the ball kept a very low trajectory as well. 2 gone, it's 10-1, BMC Victorians. Right, so Apurva Roy continues, had a very decent first over. Just conceded a couple of runs. So spin, left arm spin from both of the opening bowlers. That's driven away but straight to the fielder, and he does well to stop the ball. And this is what you love to see as a skipper. Abdul Qadir Zilani Shipon would be extremely proud of his fielders. That was Amanullah Aman down there at deep cover. Once again beats the outside edge, and just a bit of extra turn which took the ball away from the right-hander, and this is what he has been doing persistently, Apurva Roy, just pitching it outside off and turning it further away from the right-hander. And of course some nerves and jitters will be there as they're under the pump, and just look at that. Oh, that one spun too much. White signal from Shafayat Amin. I reckon that's a little bit harsh on the bowler. That was very much marginal. But yes, this is a big wide, and as this is the second wide of the over, so of course 3 runs will be added to the cards, and this will be counted as a legal delivery as per the rule of last man stands cricket. So the score moves up to 15, and the loss of 1 wicket, a bit quicker on that occasion from Apurva Roy. Of course, BMC Victorians is not chasing a mammoth total, but they have to keep in mind that Laila CC have a very good bowling attack, especially Abdul Qadir Zilani Shipon will be a very tricky customer to deal with. So they need to be circumspect while facing Shipon, and now Apurva Roy has also got the rhythm. Anyways, so that brings the end of the third over after 3 at 17-1. Right, so the first change in bowling, it's Tawhidul Islam. Right arm fast bowler gets underway for his first over, and I like his action a lot. I spoke about it in the previous games as well, that he has a very smooth action. Not much of a pacey bowler, but he has decent pace to intimidate the batter. It's 18 for 1. In LMS, we don't often see the fast bowlers to take a long run up as well. This is good bowling. Just trying to be persistent around the stumps and absolutely not allowing the batters to free their arms to play some big hoiks. And there is a big gap between deep square leg and the wideish long on. So if anything short comes which is around the stumps, the batter is going to go for the pull shot, which is going to go out of the park. That one kept very low. And this might be a concerning sign for the batters, because if all of a sudden the ball keeps a very low trajectory, then of course that might be troublesome for them, and they have to be very meticulous about these deliveries. So this has been a very decent start by the bowlers of Laila CC. Just look at that. Absolutely beats the outside edge. And as I was talking about, a decent start, they have been able to keep that pressure on right after the first wicket from Abdul Qadir Zilani Shipon. The pressure was on for BMC Victorians. They badly needed to break the shackles, but the bowlers of Laila CC, they haven't really allowed them to do so, and they have to keep this pressure on. Once again, this is brilliant bowling from Tawhidul. He has beaten Rubaiyat on 3 occasions in this over. 4 gone. It's 20 for 1 BMC Victorians. Was looking for a big hike. Raihan Kabir, me too. As I was talking about him, a vastly experienced campaigner. He knows how to face the debacles and just trying to step in the gas. Kept low once again. Just drill down the pitch. So, from the context of BMC Victorians, as they are not been able to find boundaries or pierce gap in any of the sides of the ground, they should eye for the singles and doubles, because as soon as you will start getting singles and doubles, an invisible pressure will be mounting on Laila CC. They'll be enforcing the batters to stop those singles, and if any of the boundary riders comes into the circle, then of course that would be a heading zone, because if you were able to clear the 30-yard circle, you're gonna get a boundary for sure. Oh, sharp turn. That one absolutely bamboozled the batter. Once again a boundary, and was it from the bat? Yes. Well, there was an outside edge, but that took place in a very quick succession that I was unable to verify. Was it an outside edge or was that from a bye? But yes, the confirmation comes from Shafayat Amin that the ball kissed the edge of the bat and went all the way for 4 runs. So some relief for BMC Victorians. The boundary they were striving for a long period of time. A single to complete the 5th. After 5, it's 26 for 1 BMC Victorians. An ill-directed delivery from Tauhidul Islam down the leg side. And once again, Shafayat Amin had to stretch his arms. That's a very popular pose in Bollywood films. And that reminds everyone the legendary Shah Rukh Khan. But jokes apart, but that's not the start Tauhidul Islam was looking for. He was bowling in a very nice channel in the first over, but lost his line in the very first ball of the second. That one just neatly worked away into the onside by Raihan Kabir Mitu. He moves on to 7 from 9, and they badly need to get a move on, BMC Victorians, because the rate they're striking at in this point in time, that will never be sufficient if they want to wrap up with a victory. That's pulled away, but will be straight to the fielder once again. As the fielder had to cover a lot of ground, they make their second run, and they make it quite comfortably as well. This is good piece of running between the wicket. Good communication between two batters, and the calling was also in the right time. So this is what you need to do. Just push it in the gap, make the fielders work, and steal a couple of runs. Good bowling. Yes, this is the line. This is the line he would be looking for, Tauhidul Islam. And Rubaiyat has been beaten in the same line for the 4th time, I presume, in this game against Tauhidul. He's not moving his left leg enough to get to the pitch of the ball. And for that reason, as he is playing away from his body, he's not getting much leverage to negotiate that shot perfectly. Once again, the same scenario. This is the 5th time in this match. It's been a cat and mouse game between Rubaiyat and Tauhidul Islam. He knows that if he can deviate the ball a little bit, he'll be able to beat him all ends up. And he has been doing it consistently. That's tapped away. Straight to short, deep third, I beg your pardon. Anyways, so that single completes another over. 6 gone. It's 32 for 1. Right, so Apurva Roy comes back for his second spell. The left-arm orthodox bowler has bowled really well, but this might be his first wicket. Yes, it is. Absolutely one of the easiest of the catches for the fielder. And that gets him the first wicket. As I was speaking of Apurva Roy, he strikes and removes Raihan Kabir Mitu from the equation. BMC Victorians, after losing their second wicket, of course they are in a spot of bother. It's 32 for 2. Right, so many right-handed batters in the BMC squad. So of course it would be expected that the left-arm spinners will be in operation, and they're operating very well 2 wickets for both of the left-handed spinners. One for Abdul Qadir Silani Shipon and one for Apurva Roy as well. It's Rahat Pappu. The new man walks into the middle and gets off the mark straight away. Was looking for a second run as well, but there isn't one. The fielders have done really well to cover the ground and throw the ball back to the bowler. Inside edge could be lethal, but no damage done. So now there is a protection at the conventional mid wicket as well. So if Apurva Roy goes short, it's better of course, would love to pull it. Went down the leg side, wrapped on the pads a little bit. It's 33 for 2. BMC Victorians, of course not the start they would have wanted, needing 115 runs from the last 66 deliveries. Gets the toe end of the willow, which concludes the 7th over as well as my stint for the day as well. After 7 it's 34 for 2, and I'm inviting Akib Amin to join and take over the commentary for the next few overs. Welcome, Akib.
Thank you, Alif, for the introduction there. And as we see, BMC Victorians at the moment are 34 for 2 after 7 overs. They're actually falling well behind the rate. At the beginning of the innings, the required run rate was 7.5 per over, and I think at the moment it's close to about 9 runs per over. And it's getting more difficult now. And I guess Shaun Bhuiyan, the new bowler, has been introduced. And it's bowling leg spin. It's actually become, and that's actually tucked away on the leg side and finds the gap, and it goes to the boundary for 4 runs. It felt so nonchalant. It didn't look like that it would get to the boundary, but just went straight to the gap, and it was so well timed. There was hardly any effort put in the shot, but because it was so well timed, it reached the boundary. I guess the number of right-handers in the BMC Victorians team has made planning a lot more easier for Laila Cricket Club. They have been bowling their left-arm spinners and their leg spinner. So all of them have been turning the ball away from the right-hander, which makes it difficult and takes... And it's pitched up this time. The batsman goes down the ground and he'll collect a run. And the score moves to 39. Mohammad Raihan Kabir now moves to 13, beg your pardon, of 14 deliveries. I guess with all the right-handers, spinning away from the arc, which makes it difficult to access the leg side area. And that's been given. It hit the pad. At first glance, it looked like that it's going to drift down the leg side, but the umpire has given him out. And that's another crucial breakthrough. They're 3 down now for 39. And the batsman has to leave the crease. The ball pitched around leg stump. It's the turn which made it hit towards the stumps, and as a result, the LBW decision was given in favor of the bowler. It was a very good delivery, a typical leg spinner's dismissal by Shaun Bhuiyan. And that's the advantage the leg spinner gives. I mean, he might go for runs here and there, but he's always unpredictable when it comes to getting wickets, because the batsmen are not really sure. Gets the ball to drop, gets the ball to turn more than a finger spinner, so it creates a lot more doubt in a batsman's mind, and hence leg spinners are definitely more effective when it comes to getting the wickets. So again, you have to credit the captain there for believing in his leg spinner. Sajib Islam is the new batsman as he faces his first delivery. It's well tossed up outside the line of off stump, and that's been driven away. It could be a boundary. No, that's actually a very good tidy effort in the deep point area, and which restricts the batsman to 2, but they're going to get overthrows here. So in total they get 3 runs of that delivery. So that brings Rahan Kabir back on strike. It's bowled around leg stump, almost at Yorker length, and he manages to dig it out to the deep long on fielder for a single. And that concludes over number 8. The score is 43 for 3. The new bowler is Wali Chaudhary, as he's making some adjustments to his field. As we see that the deep fine leg fielder is now going even finer, and getting ready to bowl his first over is Wali Chaudhary. Again, he's signaling to his deep fine leg fielder to go even finer. But there's a huge gap between the fine leg and deep square leg. Batsman can capitalize if the ball is short. It's not a smooth action from Wali Chaudhary. It looks like there's arms all over the place, but it was a good, decent delivery to start with. Crammed the batsman for Roo, and the batter only managed a single on the leg side. It's a very short run-up, and again, hands all over the place. Looks a bit of an awkward action, but effective indeed. Sometimes it can be difficult for a batsman to pick up an awkward looking action. Again, it's a good delivery. He's targeting the stumps. Because of the low bounce nature of the wicket, if you target the stumps, you always either have LBW or even bowled at play. We've seen 5 or 6 deliveries keeping a bit low in the first innings, and as the days progressed, we have had the pitch has been used way more, and we can expect a bit of deterioration of the pitch, and hence we might see a bit more low bounce deliveries in this innings, especially at the end part of the day. There has been a bit of wear and tear on the pitch, so the batsmen have to be a bit wary whenever you're playing those horizontal bat shots. That's well bowled once again outside the line of off stump. The batter looked to cut, but it was just too close. Didn't get the adequate room to make contact. The game is actually going away from BMC Victorians. They're only going at 5 runs per over after this 11 overs remaining, and they still need over 100 runs required. The asking run rate is going close to 10. And that's been pushed away on the offside to deep cover fielder for a single. And that concludes over number 9, and the score moves to 46 for 3. Abul Hussain is the new bowler. Left arm over. And he's going wide of the crease, looking to cram the batsman for room. And it's been cut away towards the deep third man boundary. And it beats the fielder who made a valiant attempt, but the effort went in vain. It's a boundary, and the score reaches 50 for BMC Victorians after 9.1 overs. So the left arm bowler, he offered too much width there. He should be looking to use that angle from round over the wicket to cram the batsman up, but the first delivery wasn't a good one. As we see, the bowler is still making adjustments to his field. The deep third man fielder is now going squarer. Actually, it's coming a lot finer now. So, I guess can expect the balls to be outside off stump because they have deep protection on the offside, around the offside boundary. Again, he's signaling to his deep third man fielder to get finer. Again, it's pushed on the offside to that deep cover fielder, and they're only going to get 1 run. Now, AMD Raihan Kubir has to step on the gas because they are definitely falling behind, and he's the set batsman out there. He's had a look on how the wicket's reacting, what the pace of the wicket is, so he should be comfortable playing his shots now. Sajib Islam is now taking strike, and that's a classical push towards cover for a single. I mean, Laila Cricket Club were actually around, the score was actually quite similar around this stage, but it's in the towards the last 10 where they made the most damage. Again, that's pushed away on the offside for a single by MD Raihan Kubir. At the moment, it looks like the batsmen are quite content to just rotate the strike. They still have faith that they can make it up at the back end of the innings, just like Laila Cricket Club did. But it is going to be difficult. Will they be able to replicate the same type of cameos that Laila Cricket Club batsmen came up with? This is the last ball of the over. And that's been defended back to the bowler. It's a dot, and which ends a very decent over for Abu. Only concedes 7, which is still below the required run rate. So the pressure is still mounting on BMC Victorians. The score is 53 for 3 after 10 overs. Wally Chaudhary is ready for his second over. The first over only went for 3 runs. It was very economical. Again, comes with that awkward action, and that's been hit in the gap, but it's only a single. It was sliced. He opened the face looking to find that gap between third man and deep point, but wasn't able to do it. Again, that's pushed away on the offside for another single. At the moment, the batsman looks really relaxed. They're not very worried at the moment by the required run rate. But will it come to haunt them later in the innings? We'll find out. MD Rahan Kabir on strike. Ooh, that's a big hoik towards mid-wicket. And it just misses the leg stump. And it was actually very good work by the keeper. He had to dive to his left to stop that ball. That's really good keeping. Normally, a keeper's job is a thankless job, because they only get noticed when they make mistakes. Nobody appreciates when a keeper does well. Again, it's bowled back of a length. It's not giving the batsman any length to work with. It's looking to get under, but there's no room whatsoever. So it's very good bowling by Wali Chaudhary. It's again it has been another tidy over. He's only went for 6 runs in his 10 deliveries that he's bowled. So can he finish off well? It's been a tidy over. Will it be a boundary? Ooh, the batsman goes for a big hoik once again and misses out. It was short, but the ball just didn't get up. I guess the pitch is starting to deteriorate. You can see signs of that. You're seeing more deliveries staying a bit low. And that's not gonna please the BMC Victorian batsmen, because Abdul Qadir Jilani, the left arm spinner, is back into the attack, and he bowls it way outside the line of off stump, and that's been hit away towards the boundary in the offside, and that's done well. The fielder does well to use his foot to stop the ball, no, but not before the batsman crosses over for a single, which is actually disappointing, because I thought there was an easy 2 there. It's maybe the humidity is really affecting the batsmen. They don't want to waste a lot of energy running between the wickets, because they're going to need to hit a lot of boundaries. The way this innings is progressing, if they want to win, they have to go for the boundaries. Singles are not going to hurt the opposition bowlers. Again, it hits the pad, but it's drifting down the leg side, especially with the angle that Abdul Qadir Jilani is creating. He's not getting much turn like the other left arm spinner, so chances are that whenever it hits the pad with that angle wide of the crease, it is going to go down the leg side. Again. Ooh. Again, he cramps the batsman for room. Thought that there was enough room, playing for the turn, looking for that cut. But again, the ball keeps coming back with the angle. There's just no room to cut for the batsman. Ooh. Yes, and that's bowled him. It was short. It kept a bit low. The batsman played a horizontal bat shot. And when there's low bounce on the pitch, it is going to bite you back. He missed a straight delivery. If he had played a vertical bat shot, he might have made contact. But on a low bouncing pitch, the horizontal bat shot is always a risk, especially when it's in the line of the stumps. And the batsman pays the price. It's MD Rahan Kabir, who is walking back to the crease after getting set, after getting to 25. He should have been the guy to kick on, but now there's a new batsman coming in and he has to start all over again, which makes things even more difficult for BMC Victorians, because they're running out of overs and the asking rate is going up by the minute. Again, another right-hander, Afzarul Afroz Dinar, is taking guard. The BMC Victorians have a lot of right-handers in their team, so sometimes that can backfire because planning against them becomes a bit easy. You know when to bowl your left-arm spinners, you know when to bowl your leg spinners. So I guess lacking a bit of versatility is BMC Victorians in their batting lineup. Ooh, the first delivery again it was an armour by Abdul Qadir Jilani, and that concludes the over number 12, and the score is 59 for 4. Abul Hassan is now back into the attack. He's bowling with a slightly longer run compared to the others. Going over the wicket, bowling left arm, medium pace. The right-handedness of the BMC Victorians lineup has definitely suited the left-arm bowlers of Laila Cricket Club. We definitely don't know that left-arm bowlers like bowling to right-handers. Because of the scarcity of the left-armers as a batsman, you're not really used to facing left-arm bowling, and hence right-handers tend to struggle more against left-arm paces. And Laila Cricket Club is packed. This bowling attack was packed with left-arm bowlers, which is ideal for T20 cricket. And again, the bowler is signaling to his deep third man fielder to go finer, and so as his deep point fielder. Again, going wide of the crease, not allowing any room. The batsman only hits it away for a couple of runs through the offside. Not offering much pace for the batsman to work with. He has to generate all the pace, all the power in the shot. There's no real place for timed shots here. With the pitch deteriorating and slowing down, the off-pace deliveries are going to be difficult to hit away. And that's a wide delivery by Abul Hussain. It's also keeping the ball away from the batsman's hitting up. It's not giving him anything to hit on the leg side. It's always taking it away from him, away from his range. If you want to hit me, have to go through the offside. And he has been cleaned up by the bowler, Abul Hussain. What a good delivery that was. It also kept a bit low. The batsman went for a big hoik towards the mid-wicket area, but only manages to get castled by Abul Hassan. And Afzarul Afroz Dinar has to leave the crease after scoring just one run of 3 deliveries. And BMC Victorians are in deep trouble. Not only are they falling behind on the run rate, but they're also losing wickets. And only 3 remain for them. It's going to be a real effort. Someone has to play a real blinder to get them back in the contest from here on out. Again, another right-hander comes to the crease, with the team in deep, deep trouble. After this delivery, 7 overs will remain, and if they even want to get close to the target, they have to make a real effort from here. And the new batsman only manages to block it back to the bowler. Every dot ball will just keep mounting the pressure, because even ones and twos are not going to hurt the bowling side from here. It's only the boundaries and the over boundaries which are going to be of any impact for the batting side. And we've hardly had a boundary in the last 3-4 overs. The boundaries have really dried up, and because of the tight bowling that Laila Cricket Club has been operating. Shaun Bhuiyan is now back into the attack. He has got a wicket to his name, although his first over was a bit expensive, 9 runs. But batting team in such dire straits, it's gonna be even more easier for him to get wickets, because again, another ball defended back to the bowler. I think the batting team should just go for it now. It's either you get bowled out cheaply from here, or either you go for the win. There's no point playing safe cricket. Again, this is a really well-timed slog sweep towards the deep mid-wicket fielder, and the batsmen come back for a couple of runs. There's chances of overthrows, but it's well fielded by the backup fielder, and hence they don't get an overthrow. But at least there was some intent shown by the batsman, which was lacking in the last 3-4 overs. The batsman moves away, makes some room, and hits it towards cover and beats the cover fielder for a boundary. Now that was a glorious shot. Now that's what they need more of. They need some intent and some momentum. And the new batsman, Afzarul Afsos Dinar, has come out with a positive mindset that he's going to go after the bowling. He's not going to die wondering. He shouldn't. It's only either you win or either you lose. You should not be thinking about the margin of defeat. Again, it was short and it was hit straight back to the bowler. No runs scored. The bowler is loading up for the last delivery of the over. 6 runs so far. The batting side has to capitalize. They have to make sure, and that's been he has been castled. Now he went for a sweep and completely misread the length and completely misread the delivery. And it's another wicket for Shaun Bhuiyan. That's his second wicket today, and BMC Victorians are now 6 down for 70. With 6 overs remaining, not our asking run rate going up, but they're also running out of wickets. So it's trouble from both ends. And after 14 overs, it's 70 for 6. And we'll have a change of voices in the comm box. Alif Tasnim will take it off from here.
Right, so it's 70 for 6. BMC Victorians absolutely under the pump right after the fall of the second wicket. I mentioned that they are of course in a spot of bother, but they haven't been able to make the comeback from that position, and as it seems to be that they're heading towards a defeat against Laila CC, and it's not going to be a cakewalk to beat Laila CC in this game. That was expected, as my fellow commentator was mentioning that Dinar has walked out from the dressing room with some positive mindset. He's looked to charge the bowler without having the concern of the run rate. 72 for 6 after 14.2. BMC Victorians, the third and final game of the day. The second game was abandoned due to some unavoidable circumstances. BMC Victorians staying at 76 of 28 deliveries. They'll need a lot of boundaries and over boundaries if they want to score this run. That's nudged away. Will just be a single. It's Khelbei Bangladesh presents Last Man Stands Dhaka League, powered by Prive Men and sponsored by Fine Drinking Water. It's a new way of playing cricket, Last Man Stands. The batters were taking off a second one, but the fielder was swift enough to mop it up. This is good fielding, and they have been splendid right from the outset, the fielders of Laila CC. They haven't leaked any extra runs due to their languishing bit of fielding. On the stumps, just tucked away into the onside, and a single finishes this over as well after 15 at 70. 5 for 6 BMC Victorians, and it's gonna be another change in the voice. Robi Lustam Robi will be in for the exciting last 5 overs, although I'm a bit of skeptical whether how exciting the next 5 overs are gonna be, because it's turning out to be an absolutely one-sided encounter.
Thank you, Alif. Let's see what happens. 75 for 6 after 15 overs. Two last batters in the middle. The ball kept low. Good line and length bowler. He is pitching just outside of, a little bit turning into the batter. Very nicely negotiated, but not enough. They need boundaries and over boundaries at this stage of this game. And very frequently, almost hitting the stumps. Very lucky the batter. He survives. It's really a tough job. 148. Now looking massive. This is another massive fielding. Wonderful fielding. I was almost talking about the massive shot, but the ball very hardly went to the fielder, and he has done it very well. Snaps a definite boundary. Again, great bowling. Abdul Qadir Jilani, who is a fabulous bowler. 2.4 overs he bowled. 2 for only 6. Incredible. Outstanding bowling. Going down the leg side. With the back knee down, he has played well as well. Just a single. End of the over number 16. After 16 overs, 78 for 6. BMC Victorians. Can they be the Victorians? It's a long way. 70 of 20 balls. Only 2 wickets in hands. So, very tough. Almost impossible. Excellent line and perfect length. Stop. Oh, it's off. That's a length delivery. The ball kept low and he was trying to pull it away, but no connection there. Straight into the hands of the wicket keeper. He can swing the ball away from the batter. That's very wonderful. But this time swinging in. Cracking shot and wrestled out the boundary for 4. Very well played. Fantastically played. Lovely Scott drive. Going behind the line of the ball so well. Playing on the onside for a single. The approach is very clear. It seems to me that they are just trying to play all 20 overs, not targeting the massive one, 148. They even understand it's really tough, very close to impossible. There's only 17 balls remaining, 65 runs to win. Last 2 batters in the middle. Mahmood Rashid, straight down the ground, should be a single. Laila Cricket Club doing wonderful job after 17 overs, 84 for 6. BMC Victorians, only 15 balls to go. Tawhidul Islam bowls 2 overs. Only 9 runs conceded. Oh, another wicket falls. Another wicket falls. Chance of the double play. Oh, he has misjudged. Could have been 2 wickets in one ball because the non-striker into the striking end. The 2 men on one side. Last man standing there, and he can bat with some limitations. He can't get 1 or 3. He has to score runs like 2, 4 or 6. He can get the even numbers, not the uneven numbers. is a lone survivor. Last man standing. Is he gonna get the second runs? Coming back for the second, and is given. He is gone. All out. '84. All out for '84. They have lost all 8 wickets, and Laila Cricket Club team has got a massive victory by a huge margin. 63 runs. 63-run victory. So congratulations to the winning side, Laila Cricket Club. Thanks to BMC Victorians, who tried their best but couldn't cope with the situation today. All are shaking hands. This is lovely sportsmanship, cordiality, hint of friendship, excellent sign of friendship. Congratulating the winning side. 63 runs victory. That's a massive victory. Explosive cricket shots played by the batters, and the bowlers have done well. The fielders executed well, and all the plans been executed so perfectly, and that's why they have got a victory with a huge margin. By a huge margin, they have got this cracking victory. 84 for 8. That means all out. BMC Victorians 84 for 8, 17.3 overs. So Laila Cricket Club got the victory by 63 runs. We are signing up, and today this is the last match of the day. So viewers, we are waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow 3 matches, and will be with us. We will come tomorrow. Till then, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you so much.